Hey everyone, this is Patrick Higgins. I hope this finds you well. I just wanted to take a moment to update you all on the sixth installment of the Chaos series. I'm getting many emails, and many of you are chomping at the bit to read the next installment, and I'm so grateful. I really am. Uh, I just want to let you know that I do not have a release date set yet. I am working feverishly on the book as we speak, and but not only that, it's if you were part of the series more than a year ago, you'll recall that the fifth installment was late by like 5 months. And that's something for which I take the blame. I should have never prematurely set a date. I thought I could do it and reach that objective, but I fell way short. And that created lots of stress. I'm not the type who gets stressed out. I believe, God is sovereign. I believe He has everything in complete control. But I just felt like I was letting everyone down, and that created stress, and it led to tired and even rushed writing. And I'm sure some of you, picked up on that as you read the series. There were a couple areas where I put the wrong character in, and things like that. That had I had more time to comb through it and spend time with my editor, instead of just handing it off and then just uploading it, it would have been, so much more to my liking. So that said, not only that, after I finished that book, that was my sixth book. In about 3 years' time, so that's a lot of writing, at least for me. I mean, some authors can pump them out every few months or so, and they're probably doing it full time. I have a ministry. I help my brother when I can, helping feeding the homeless and in the Philippines, and so I'm quite busy that way. And not only that, promoting is it's a full time job. So I'm actively looking for a publicist right now to help ease the burden so I can put more time into just writing. I'm about to do some blog tours and blog blitzes, I guess they're called. I've never done these things yet because thankfully the book's been selling without them, but now hopefully with them, we'll just increase the exposure. So I'm just getting reorganized right now. We're nearing the halfway point of the series. Will it end in 10, 12? I'm not sure yet. Uh, it depends on where God leads the story, because much of what I had in book 5 was pushed down to book 6, and the same is happening with book 7, and so on and so forth. So, but I will say, as soon as I know when we'll have a release date, I will certainly you all will be the first to know. And I just want you to know that I am so grateful to each of you, and I will just ask for you to pray. The spiritual attack for writing this series has been overwhelming at times, and I expect it. If not, then I'd actually question, the validity of the series. So it's going to keep coming, and so I just, covet your prayers, and pray for me as I pray for you. God is with us, and if you've read, into the series, you know what I'm talking about. So, but one more thing I want to end on. I'm getting so many emails about the existing on a different plane. And I know that probably causes some red flags and some eyebrows to be raised. And just so you know, it is not, it's sort of like, not to be a spoiler alert, but, book 4, when they were, preparing for the peace treaty to be signed, and then, everything went haywire. It was what no one was expecting, but God knew. He was dealing with His people and showing this one last miracle. And it's a curveball. And this here is, I can assure you, all ends well. And I'm not going to get into it because you're not going to know the full answer to the end. But it is not against what the Word of God teaches. If anything, it's more of a sense of loss, knowing that you missed the first call, and it's just like an inner feeling of loss. So that's all I'm going to say for that right now. But I want to thank you all for being patient. I'm not really behind schedule because I didn't put a release date out, and I did take a couple of months to relax after book 5. I needed it. And I was catching many colds, and I'm still, a little bit raspy, and I'm convinced it's from the stress, of book 5. And again, I take all the blame. I should have never, um, um, set the date so early, or too early in this case. So, but I just want to thank you all again for your support of the series. I hope you'll take time to read The Unannounced Christmas Visitor, and The Pelican Trees, and even Coffee in Manila. I'm working on many other books. That's another thing. The one I'm really excited about, it deals with the prosperity movement in America as compared to worshiping underground in China. And it's a book that I started before the Chaos series, and I haven't been able to get back to. Also, Coffee in Manila, there's a a follow-up to that, and it deals with the sex slave industry. So, these are issues that are very difficult to write about, but that's why they need to be written about in the first place. So, but until book 6 comes out, if you have any questions, feel free to email me and be patient, in my response. Just there's a lot going on right now, and I need to stay as focused as I can. So, until book 6 comes out, I just again, I thank you all so much for your support. And until the book comes out, I just pray God's richest blessings upon each and every one of you. And those blessings, I'm not talking about materialistic. I'm talking about the real blessings. God's peace surpasses all understanding, the fruits of the Spirit, and so on and so forth. So, and if God blesses you, financially, well, that's wonderful. Any blessing from God is a good thing. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And as soon as I have an update as to a possible release date, I'll let you know. Until then, may God bless you. Grace and peace be upon each and every one of you. God bless you and peace.